All right, I can already tell we're going to be pleasantly surprised by this box. Hey everybody, it's Chuck. Hi, the oldest gamer. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Welcome in. Today we're going to do something interesting and talk about some interesting things. Hopefully you find it interesting. Let's talk about Xbox. You may be seeing a lot of videos here on YouTube right about now saying things like, oh, the Xbox is dead and gone. And yeah, there are some bad things happening in the video game space right now where it seems like probably Xbox won't be the third console maker for going forward. You know, I mean, they kind of did that to themselves. A lot of factors went into possibly that happening. But okay, so I have been a video game player for a very long time. And as such, I had been able to, you know, over time get all of the consoles that I've wanted. Not always at launch, but, you know, whenever possible. And that includes Xbox. I have had essentially every Xbox console from the original Xbox to the Series X. I like the Xbox. I don't like Microsoft, but I like the Xbox gaming platform. It has treated me well. But the thing that's finally going to turn me against Xbox, and this goes against, I mean, this is aside from like them increasing prices on hardware and all of that stuff, is that they recently announced that their Game Pass subscription was going up to $30 a month. And that is outrageous. I'm not paying them $30 a month. And so my Game Pass subscription has lapsed. I'm not renewing it. It'll run out whenever it runs out. I say this as a person who has subscribed to whatever Xbox has had since the original Xbox. So 20 plus years of a monthly subscription to something that Xbox had. And I've always found it very beneficial. I've always found what they have offered me fine for the money that I was giving them. Fine. You know, not always amazing, but fine, perfectly fine. You get free games and, you know, access to this and discounts and stuff like that. It has worked for me, but for $30 a month, it does not work for me. And we're not going to do that anymore. So I'm letting it lapse, but therein lies a problem for me. I have a lot of money invested in the Xbox ecosystem, mainly because of the Xbox 360, which I have a very large collection, but I also have a lot of digital games. Whenever I would purchase a game digitally, more than likely it was on one of the Xbox consoles. And the problem that I have currently is that by letting my Game Pass subscription lapse, I lose about 100 of the games with gold freebies that they gave out in the Xbox One era. Now, the ones that came during the Xbox 360 era, you get to keep. You know, if your subscription lapses or whatever, you still get to keep those. But the ones that they released on the Xbox One, they go away when your subscription does. So I'm losing about 100 games. Couple that with games that have always been available on Game Pass and I never picked up a physical copy of, those also go away. So there are games that maybe I had a copy, let's say Sunset Overdrive, for example. That was a game that I had a physical copy of, but then Game Pass came along and that was on Game Pass. And I was like, well, I'm always going to have Game Pass. It's the best deal in gaming or whatever. And so I probably got rid of my copy of Sunset Overdrive. Well, but now I want to be able to play Sunset Overdrive when I want, so I have to get a physical copy. And that's where we're at today. So GameStop doesn't care about their Xbox One games that they're selling. They are stupid cheap. And recently it was their Pro Days or whatever, and they were discounted even further. So I had a list of games that I needed that were going to go away from games with gold and whatever the EA thing is, and also games that live on Game Pass. And so I've been going through the list trying to find the cheapest copies that I can find to have physically that also do not give Microsoft any money. Now, I didn't want to give GameStop money, but, you know, sometimes what are you going to do? All of my recent orders from GameStop have come in. It was quite a lot. And what I thought we would do is go through what came in and play a little game. And I want to see how many of these have the original case. I'm going to say maybe 20% in total of everything I got from GameStop in this haul is going to have the original Xbox case. Now, GameStop has had this problem forever, right? You very rarely probably get the original case or artwork when you buy a used game, especially online from GameStop. You would think now that game cases are very unique to the platform, people would stop throwing away their cases. I don't know why people still do that. I don't know why people still are like, they buy a game and then they just take the case and they just throw it away. Like, who doesn't know at this point that it's worth more with the original case? I don't understand that, but because GameStop has never prioritized like, oh, you get a little extra with your trade-in if you've got the case with this. They don't care. So I think that's probably why the problem persists. So it's not entirely a GameStop problem, but it is also kind of a GameStop problem. Anyway, we're going to open up all these packages. We're going to go through these and we're going to see how many of these Xbox One era games have the original case. I'm going to say about 20% of them do. That is a generous prediction, but I don't know. I would like to think that more people kept their cases. I don't know. Let's find out. So we'll start with a simple one. There's just one game in this envelope, and we will open it up. So I can already tell this is the nope. This so is a copy of Monster Truck Championship in a certified pre-owned case. This is actually a Series X game, which I didn't have physically, but I bought because everything on GameStop was stupid cheap. But man, right off the bat, we're already 0 for 1. All right, so we've got this envelope, which has, considerably more in it. Let's see how this goes. And first up, we might be okay here. Yeah, okay, so Halo Infinite, which is obviously a Game Pass game. And all right, we've got a copy of UFC 4 in the original box. Now, like I said, a lot of the I'm losing access to a lot of the EA games I never picked up because because I had EA Play, which was part of Game Pass or whatever. So I never, I haven't bought an EA game in, I don't know, 5 years, because they only make 3 and they all show up on Game Pass. So I wasn't doing it, but for a lot of the sports games, they go out of print and then they take them off the service. So then they just disappear forever. So I'm not a big UFC fan, but I like the games are okay, and I'll play this. I don't know if 4 is still available. It might be. I know the early ones are not. But anyway, okay, we're doing okay here. We're okay here. Okay, we're still okay here. Copy of Redfall. I wouldn't have bought it had they not implemented the offline mode, which was, good on them. I'm glad they did that. What? This is not even in a regular. This is. Oh, okay. It's the newest UFC game. It's UFC 5. They couldn't even put it in a certified pre-owned, appropriately sized thing. They just gave me the generic DVD box with no art whatsoever. Not even GameStop art. God, what on earth? Stupid. And then, yeah, cool. This is Dying Light 2 in a generic ass box. Oh man, this game, okay, Dying Light 2 is not the oldest game. I'm the oldest gamer, but this is not the oldest game. So who bought a copy of Dying Light 2 and just tossed that? I don't understand, people. I don't get this. Why? I get like space concerns. I understand that. I have a very large Xbox 360 collection, but all the cases are boxed up and in storage, and all the games are just accessible to me in folders. I get that, but throwing away the case doesn't make any sense to me. None whatsoever. Anyway, so we are 3 for 6, half so far. First of several boxes here, but I'm not looking specifically. I'm just going to start pulling them out. And okay, another one in the case. This is specifically one of the games with gold games that I was going to lose. So good. This is excellent. And it's very good condition. I'm surprised by that. I figured that would be one that would not have a case, because why would it? Okay. Tomb Raider, the original one, the original reboot one. Again, it was just one of those games that I had played and then never really needed to buy it because it was always available to me if I wanted to via the subscription. But I'm glad to actually own it now, so I can free myself of that nightmare. Not paying $30 a month. Okay, another one in the similar vein, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which was only on Game Pass. I did not have this, so I've got the 360 version. I didn't have the updated version. Now I can get the updated version. So this box is all right. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, Day 1 edition. Wherever these came from, these are all very clean and nice, and I appreciate whichever warehouse sent these out. Someone did me a solid here and packed me a nice box of cases that are intact and very good. Yep, this is another of the games with gold that I was going to lose, Rayman Legends. This game has been released on every platform under the sun. I probably owned it somewhere else, but I just wanted to have the game that I already had. I just wanted to keep it going. So this box is great. The Raven Remastered. Not quite sure what this is. It was on my list because I was going to lose it. I think this is, I don't know. It's remastered though. Oh, okay, sure, this makes sense. UFC 3 comes with the original box. 4 and 5, the newest, latest, greatest UFC games, did not, but UFC 3 does. I'll take it, don't get me wrong. Okay. All right, cool. Friday the 13th, the game, which I know is dead completely. I understand that. It is offline. You can't even launch it. But I have very specific good memories of playing this with friends and wanted to have it, as a thing. Remember when we used to have it good? Remember when there was a Friday the 13th game and it was dumb and we all enjoyed it? I just wanted to have it as like a memento. This was stupid cheap, and I don't have to. Why am I justifying myself? I just wanted it. That's the reason. Oh, here we go. Okay, now we're getting into the unfortunates. This is Gears 5 in a generic box. Why? Again, the more recent games are the ones that aren't coming with a box. I don't understand that. Gears 5, another one that was just on Game Pass. I was like, why do I ever need to buy that? Well, I have it now. And then what appears to be the last one is Lords of the Fallen in a generic case. That sucks. But overall, that's a pretty good box. Box number 2. All right, we got one of the Warhammer games that I was going to lose. And then, oh, okay, sure, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Great. Kingdom Hearts 3 I could play. That's another one. That was another Games with Gold, believe it or not. Modern Warfare 2, the rebooted Modern Warfare 2. This is both the series or the Xbox One and the Series X versions. That's good. Okay, so okay, so it's in an original case. The artwork is just missing, which is wild. Like, how does that happen? But anyway, this is Need for Speed Unbound, which is fine. Most of the last 2 or 3 Need for Speeds didn't do it for me, but I still thought they were okay. And yeah, I would have lost access to it. So, and then another Warhammer game. This one complete. 2 boxes down, 2 more to go. Okay, we've got The Surge 2, also in a box. Good. Tropico 5, the complete collection. This was another Games with Gold game that was going to go away, and it is complete in box. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which, it just became one of those games where it's like, it was just always available. So why would you ever need to buy a physical copy? Well, now I do, and now I have it. I'm going to finish this box, and then I'm going to give you a thought. And then, oh, okay, well, this is interesting. So this is a game called Arcadegeddon, which, you know, just a little fun little game, but this is new. This is sealed. I don't know if the shrink wrap is original, but it still has the security sticker on it. So that's kind of nuts that they just sent me a new copy for next to nothing, which is what I paid for all of these. So before we get into the last box, I just want to say this about collecting for and just building an Xbox One / Series X collection. You can do that right now for stupid cheap. It is crazy, the library of amazing video games that you can build on the Xbox One and the Series X for nothing, for pennies, for hardly any cash at all. And the reason for that is because the Xbox One was not popular, leading to the Xbox Series X not being popular. Couple that with Game Pass, meaning that most people just either didn't need to buy a game or didn't need to keep a game. So now all of these games, all of these amazing like first party games and stuff like that are stupid cheap. And at GameStop especially, you can tell they don't care about the Xbox One, and they certainly don't want all this crap in their library or in their warehouse. So like pretty much everything I've bought has been $4.99 or less. And then it was, because it was Pro Days, it was buy two, get one free. So, I mean, it's just practically like, now's the time to get in on this. If you're looking to build an Xbox One or a Series X or both, my advice, like, get yourself an Xbox One X or an Xbox Series X. Get one, you know, if you want to get one from GameStop, if you want to get one from like Goodwill or a local mom and pop video game store or something like that. So you don't have to give Microsoft money, especially that they've increased the price of these stupid things. Get yourself a nice, solid, well-built used console and just start building this library of crazy good games. There are so many good games out there, and they're cheap. You know, Call of Duty, for example. I don't play Call of Duty online, but I play the campaigns. I think the campaigns are fun, and we've flipped from the 360 and PS3 era where Call of Duty games kind of maintained their value, whereas now they don't. You can get a huge library of Call of Duty games for the Xbox One for nothing, because they've been showing up in Game Pass and stuff like that, so people aren't keeping their physical copies, and so there's a ton of them out there. Now's the time. All right, so we've got this last box. I'm a little worried about this box because it is clearly overpacked. They couldn't even seal it. It's overpacked so much, so I'm a little concerned about the quality of what's going to be in here. I hope we're going to be okay. Yeah, they overpacked the hell out of this box. Okay, so we've got the Golf Club 2019 complete in box. That was another, I think this was a Games with Gold game that was going to go away. It was either that or it's one of the ones that's just gone. It's just, you know, it's been delisted. I'm a sucker for games that you can't buy anymore. All right, got a copy of Rage 2. I bounced off of Rage 2 pretty hard. I'm really a big fan of the first game, and when the second one sort of got surprise announced by Walmart Canada or whatever that was, I was very excited, but the second one just didn't do it for me. The world was just so empty, and it was a bummer, but I'm willing to give it another shot, and it was, you know, cheap. Okay, so this must be some of the sports games that I ordered, so we've got NHL 21 and NHL 20 and NHL 19. All of these are complete in box, although I'm looking at this NHL 21 now, and you can see the top of it has just been massacred, which sucks, but okay. And then Madden 23, which I didn't have. None of these are very exciting, but they're complete. Let's see. Madden 25, which, was last year's game. and this was $4.99. So all these other sports games were like $1.99 or less. Kind of crazy. What? So it is a broken PS4 or PS5 case that is holding Darksiders 3 for the Xbox One. Come on, what the hell, guys? At least send me a not broken Blu-ray disc case. That's stupid. Okay, so it's another case, but no artwork. This one is for Thief, which this game has been stupid cheap forever. This game has been clearanced out for like $1.99 pretty much since it came out. But I guess the artwork is valuable because it's not here. Okay, we've got a complete in-box copy of Scarlet Nexus. That's good. Box but no art for NHL 22. How is this happening? How is this more prevalent than generic boxes? It seems like it's weird, but it's like I've gotten more cases without artwork than I've gotten generic cases at this point. This is the Golf Club 2. I'm very confused about golf game lineage after the Xbox 360 once it stopped being the Tiger Woods franchise. I don't know which golf games are what and made by who anymore, but here's one of them. UFC 2 in a generic box. I kind of anticipated that. UFC 2 in a generic box doesn't surprise me. UFC 5 in a generic box did surprise me. So, and then last but not least, damn, Crackdown 3 in a generic box. I know everyone shit all over Crackdown 3, but I liked Crackdown 3. I will play more of Crackdown 3, and but it was one of those games where it was like, it's on Game Pass, I don't need to buy it. Well, I've changed that. So there you go. That is an unboxing of a bunch of Xbox One games. Let's tally them up and see how many did not have cases, and I'm going to include ones that did not have artwork in this just because, but I think we blew past my 20% prediction very easily, so let's see. So we ended up with 28 out of 39 that had the original case and were good to go. So that is a total of 72%. That is way better than I thought it would be. It's still unacceptable to get any game without the case, especially games in broken PS4 boxes and generic alpha cases and stuff like that. But 28 out of 39 is way better than I expected from late stage GameStop. But anyway, that's what I have done to untangle myself from Game Pass, which I'm never paying for that again. $30 a month is outrageous. Now is the time. Get yourself a used console and start picking up games because they are stupid cheap right now. And it is the best time to get into it. And it's not like you're giving Microsoft any money. You can play all of these things and never connect to Xbox Live. You shouldn't have to do any of that stuff. You shouldn't be giving Microsoft any money at all. They have shown that they don't really deserve it right now. But you can still treat yourself to some amazing stuff. You can support mom and pop video game stores and Goodwill and charity things and stuff like that, and get yourself an amazing collection of games. And so you should do that. That is my recommendation to you. And I hope you will, because it's good to take care of yourself every so often. Get yourself a little treat. And if you're into video games, this is a nice little treat for you. That's it. I'm going to go play. So I'm going to go start playing some of these games, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.